Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Huber, also known as Solo Travel Girl, and I have been documenting my experience taking Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes. Now, before I proceed into this week's update, I just want to let you know about my disclaimer. I am not a healthcare professional, and I'm just sharing my personal experience and thoughts and comments about using Mounjaro to treat type 2 diabetes. If you have any medical questions, you'll please feel free to reach out to your healthcare provider. Also, I have no affiliation and no relationship with the drug manufacturer, which is Eli Lilly. So I have no relationship with Mounjaro or the drug manufacturer, and I am not being paid to make these videos. All right, so let's get started. So I am at week 19. I just finished up week 19 on Mounjaro, and that was week 3 on 10 milligrams. And I didn't have any weight loss. Well, I had some weight loss, it just wasn't very significant. I lost about half a pound this past week. I'm not mad about it. I'm actually very happy with that. So I'm still standing, I'm saying, at 45 pounds loss since I started this journey at 197 pounds at the end of June. Now, that's, I still really can't believe that. But yeah, that's where I am. And you know what? I talk about weight loss in this experience because that's what's visible. I mean, you can see that I'm a smaller person, that my face is thinner, and that overall I have less weight on me. My dog weighs about 47 pounds, so I've almost lost the equivalent of my dog. So that's really weird. But anyway, so my insides, my blood sugar, it seems to be okay. This week my glucose readings were somewhere between 101 and 139 in the morning, and I was very happy with those results. Now, I did see my endocrinologist this past week, and next week I am going to go in and do a blood draw so we can see exactly what my A1C is, and I hope it's in the 6s. I don't remember what it was, but it was in the 7s when I last had it checked, and before that it was in the 8s. Now, I was only on Mounjaro for 1 month when I had my A1C done, and I really don't think the Mounjaro had any impact because it was only at the 2.5 milligrams, and it's my understanding that the first month, or that sample dose, doesn't really do anything with your glucose. But maybe it does, who knows? So let's see, yeah, we talked about weight loss, met with the endocrinologist. Yes, so let's talk about weight loss and the endocrinologist. She was very surprised at how much weight I have lost. And she said out of all their clients or patients that I have had the most success so far. And she attributes that because I've actually been, keeping track of my weight and checking my glucose and reaching back out to them when I need a prescription refill. I'm the only one of their patients who is at the 10 milligram dose. So I'm actually going to stay at the 10 milligram dose just because of how much weight I have lost. 45 pounds in almost 5 months, that is a significant weight loss. And I just want my body to adjust. I'm also starting to have like some back pains. Someone asked me if I was having joint pains or any side effects like anything with my skin or hair loss, but no, I have been having lower back pain, and I've been talking about that the last few videos. So I do some Pilates or yoga to help with that and strengthen my back. But I didn't talk about this with my doctor, but I got on Google, which I know really you shouldn't. I know you shouldn't. You should do. Because when I got on Google, when I was having pain in my lower right side years ago, it turned out that I was having appendicitis. So I went to the hospital. Anyway, speeding up to this year. Yeah, so when you have significant weight loss in a short period of time, you are going to have possibly some body aches, some muscle aches, and that could be attributed to not only the weight loss, but loss of muscle, loss in bone density. So I just want to stay at this weight that I am now at 152. so my body can adjust. I know I've been saying this every video, but I need to get into strength training. The yoga and the Pilates is great for toning and firming up muscles and toning up muscles and that, but I really need to get back into strength training. So that's on my to-do list this week. As for exercise this past week, I only had a chance to do Pilates one night, and then I did about a couple hours of work in my yard today. I cut the grass and I pulled some plants that shouldn't be where they are. I trimmed some trees, and it was at least 2 hours. So it was a lot of good work. Yeah, so that's it. So I did take some notes to make sure that I don't miss anything. Oh, someone asked about where am I getting my prescription filled, because they're going to CVS, and they said at their CVS that they told them that there's actually a shortage of Mounjaro, which is very interesting because if you remember, I took my prescription to a pharmacy, and it was CVS, and CVS told me that they couldn't fill it, and they told me to go to Publix. So that's where I've been getting my prescription filled. However, I received a love letter from my insurance company, basically telling me that I need to move my prescription to CVS or have it filled online and through a mail order. Otherwise, I will have to pay full price for my medication. So I transferred my medication last week, and it's not in my CVS account for yet. So I don't know. And then I saw this comment from someone about David. That was your name. David made that comment about a potential shortage. So David wanted me to reach out to all of you and ask, where are you having your prescriptions filled? I know some of you are having them filled at CVS. I was having mine filled at Publix. Now it will be CVS. Hopefully there won't be an issue. I know some people are doing a mail order pharmacy, and that works out great for you. So if you want, leave a comment about where you're getting your prescription filled, and if you're having any issues or if you've heard about a shortage. Now, I don't know if there's a shortage. I'm just taking David's comment, that he had an issue at his CVS. So I'm going to call CVS tomorrow to see what's up. What are my other notes? All right, so we talked about weight loss, talked about exercise, talked about glucose. Oh, nutrition. What do I eat? I'm frequently asked that question about what do I eat? Well, I want to say I eat normal food, but I do try to be more mindful as to what I'm putting into my body, making sure that it's nutritious. So first off, today I made some chili, and I used, let me see if I can show you. I wish you could smell how yummy this is. Let's see here. So that's the chili I made today. Just your basic chili. It has lean ground beef, kidney beans, black beans, and cannelli beans, green peppers, onions, and cumin, chili powder, garlic powder because I didn't have any garlic. And yeah, it was delicious. It is delicious. So I made a big pot, so I put some in the freezer, and then I will be eating chili for this week. I'm not one of these people who gets bored eating the same thing over and over, especially if I enjoy it. But in case I do, I could just pop it in the freezer, right? But I do a lot of canning and food preservation throughout the year and making jams or chutneys, or I've gotten into pickling. So I have a lot of jars around, a lot of canning jars, and I just love jars because one, I feel like I'm doing something good for the environment, especially now because my water situation is still the same since Hurricane Ian, that I need to turn on my circuit breaker in order to turn on my well, and how I can't use my kitchen faucet. So basically I take a big pot of water and I boil it on the stove in order for me to wash dishes, and I put that into the sink. But yeah, I know I'm bouncing all over here, but I made some chili, so this is good. This is nutritious. All those beans in there and lean ground beef, and the tomatoes as well. And then something else that I really enjoy, and I'm so excited because it's persimmon season. Here's a persimmon, And this is a Fuya persimmon. There's different kind of persimmons. And honestly, I didn't know what a persimmon was until I went to Japan in 2004. I participated in a Rotary program where they took one group of young professionals and swapped them out with another group of professionals. And at night, our host mothers, I mean, I was 30 some years old, but we got to stay, I stay with a family each week for 4 weeks, a different family. But each night, the host mother would have persimmons given to me before I went to bed. And we, meaning the 4 other people and I who went on this trip, we learned that in Japan they use persimmons to prevent hangovers and to soak up the alcohol. So yes, on this trip there was a lot of sake, not necessarily with us Americans, but with our Japanese hosts. They definitely enjoyed their sake. So we had persimmons, but I did look up, are persimmons good for diabetics? And yes, they have a low glycemic index. They're not going to spike your sugar. Now, there's different kinds of persimmons out there. Persimmons have a lot of good nutrients for you. They're not overly sweet. They have a lot of fiber, and the Fuyas, not so much. But you want to make sure that you're eating a very ripe persimmon. Again, the Fuya is okay, it could be a little bit firmer, but you want to make sure that it's very ripe, because a lot of persimmons have tannins, which are not good for you. It could be toxic. So before you check out what kind of persimmon you're going to eat, this is again a Fuya, and it kind of looks like a tomato, but I really do enjoy these. And also with the fall, I have been enjoying fresh apples. Yes, we get those in Florida. They're not grown in Florida. They are shipped down from somewhere in the Northeast or Midwest. So I've been enjoying the fresh apples, and I've been making applesauce. And I've been making the applesauce with monk fruit sugar. Rather than using regular sugar, I've been using the monk fruit sugar. All right, so you notice that I'm wearing a Yellowstone t-shirt. And well, if you remember last week's video, I told you that I found some garments that I wore back in the 90s when I worked in Yellowstone, and they are size 12. So I'm going to put those on for you. But this t-shirt arrived last week. It's from a friend who I worked with out in Yellowstone beginning in 1990. She and her family, she met the love of her life. They got married. He is actually a bigwig in Yellowstone, and she lives there, and they have some kids. And so anyway, the park celebrated its 150th anniversary this summer, and she sent me this t-shirt and a lot of other little goodies. So I thought, what perfect timing, since I'm going to try on these garments. So let me do a quick change for you. All right, so this is outfit number 1 of 2. Actually, just the jumper. I would not wear the t-shirt with this. But let's see here. This is actually something I went out and purchased because I thought it was cute. Again, Yellowstone is in Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. I went shopping in Montana, and I just thought this was a cute thing to be a front desk manager or it's also a guest services trainer. So I thought this would be cute to wear for those positions. All right, let's go find outfit number 2. So what do you think of this? I was so excited to get this jumper. It's a Oshkosh Bagosh. And yes, it does look like overalls, but it's a dress, skirt. No, you think I can get away wearing this in Florida now? Or wearing this anywhere in this century? Probably not. But hey, let's toss on a cowboy hat. Yeah, I look like Farmer Jen. All right, I'm just having a little fun here. But anyway, let me make sure I covered all my notes. I did cover all my notes. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. You know, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you here. And just remember, we all have the same goal. However, we're just going to take a little bit different journey to get there. So my journey is not going to look like yours. My journey is not going to look like yours. My journey is not going to look like everyone else on the interwebs. But I do appreciate you. Have an awesome week. Be kind to someone and make it a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.